Liberty Fixxxer here. Welcome back to the Edgelands. We're at the river, I would assume, at the Raven's Rest. And there's the damn cat. A gnarled knotted door, hefty and imposing. From the other side you hear the clinking of glasses and occasional bursts of gruff mirth. Sometimes these sentences are a mouthful. A sudden unwelcoming silence greets you as you cross the threshold. I want to step inside. Alright, what's this over here? A hefty door of dark oak, the word cellar printed neatly across it in faded green ink. You're not surprised, then, when the door remains stoutly shut. From behind the bar comes a gruff bark of annoyance, and a stern look from the barman leads you to believe that the door is best left to its own oaky business. Alright, I feel ya. I get ya. Are you the same lady, or are you a different lady? I think you're different. The other one had a suit. A burly, bearded... This one is also a beard and not hair. Lump of a figure loiters languidly here, occasionally stabbing at a chunky finger on a mobile phone. The voice is low and heavy, like the grinding of a millstone. Leave me be, stranger. I've had a long day lurking in the culverts, and I'm not talking to nobody until I've had a proper drink. Am I going to have to work for this guy and give him a drink? A gnarled old man hunches on an unsteady stool, milky eyes distant and unfocused. He blinks and squints in your direction. When he speaks, the voice is far off and somber, carrying the weight of great ruefulness. Can't a man have a drink in solitude anymore? Away with you. I'm in no mood for blathering to outsiders. That's usually what drunk people do at a bar, right? An inattentive man with angular features and tarnished eyes leans lazily behind the bar and makes no effort to engage with you. The barman meets your gaze, the hint of something feral glinting behind his eyes. A drink, is it? He mutters, the question sounding not unlike a threat. Yes. He grunts and looks you up and down. Got money? Sure. You're withered beneath a look of surly contempt. I mean, actual money, not all these moldy coins that have been going around. Been a nasty bout of fool's gold passing through local traders, and I'm having to be more careful, so I ask again, you got money? Sorry, guy, no. An understanding nod. Aye, these are tough times, for sure. A mean season blows across the land. Well, seeing as you're new, first drink is on the house. He leans in conspiratorially, feral eyes smoldering. What's it to be? A refreshing green-wooled ale? Or you think you can handle a black beast stout? The last three words are spoken in an ominous low voice. Let's go with a black beast. A small but unmistakable gasp ripples through the pub. The barman eyes you curiously, as if trying to reach out and into your thoughts. He ceremonially places a small glass on the bar. Dark, syrupy ooze. Oh my god, I can't read. Glistening inside, because coze is a word. I'm drinking that shit. The liquid slowly creeps down your gullet, spreading dark warmth as it goes. Reeling, you close your eyes, overcome with befuddlement. Images of black branches overwhelm you, sensations of moving swiftly through dense roots and undergrowth. I just did that last episode, guys. Just as your legs begin to buckle, a loud cough from behind the bar hoists you back to your current location, though faint and wild whispers linger still in your mind. Alright, can I get another drink? No? Okay. What exactly did I accomplish then? Absolutely nothing. Okay. Can I go in your cellar now that I have gotten drunk? Surely you'll allow me. Open door? Alright. That was weird. It looked like open door was an option for a moment there. Alright, I guess I'll leave then? Go outside. Can I go down this way? No, it's gotta be over here. I have no idea what that is. And it just left. A grotty assortment of rusty containers and bins, overflowing with food scraps and detritus. Clouds of dark, malicious flies swirling above. Search rubbish? You tentatively investigate the unsavory scene, but are unwilling to delve too deeply into the waste. You may have more luck if you were looking for something specific, but as it is, groveling around in the disgusting mire provides very little satisfaction. Why, thank you. A gathering of rough wooden planks fashioned into a makeshift sign, the words East River Ferry, daubed scruffily across it. A soggy scrap of parchment flutters fitfully on a nail. Though the letters on the parchment seem archaic and strange, you are able to unravel the meaning they seek to convey. Ferryman gone to the pub. Would that be Karen? The ferryman that takes you across the river Styx? I have a feeling it is. So what's over here in this long trek? Something. You see a pretentious cave mouth leading into the cliff here. The ground around the entrance is strewn with litter and what look disturbingly like bones. Putting squeamish thoughts aside, you gingerly pick through the scattered remains, and you are relieved to find that they appear to be the remnants of greedily devoured food. Chops stripped clean of all meat, chicken legs sucked down to the bone, and even a few discarded fast food cartons. Okay. Let's go inside. It's very dark. Something's down here. A coiled patch of withered plant stumps, forlornly at... Oh, sorry. A coiled patch of withered plants slumps forlornly at the water's edge here, fragile and listless. Take plant. You root around among damp, wistful stems, but find nothing worth taking. Is there an underground river here? It appears as though. This dude is playing a violin. Holy cow. A ginglesome figure stands in the dripping recesses of the cave, all lank limbs and shaggy mane. It ceaselessly plays a beguiling tune on a battered, shimmering violin, seemingly unaware or untroubled by its watery stage. Listen. You linger a while in the cave, entranced by the weaving drone of strings and bow. The music is laced with a restless feral yearning, an ebb and flow which conjures shadowy images in your mind. Birds flying against the pale moon, the rustling of undergrowth, water cascading over rocks. Can I talk to him now? I cannot. Well, that's unfortunate. Interesting that we have a cave with an underground river. Next to a river out here. Is the ferryman back? I wonder if I have to go all the way back to the bar. Nothing here. I cannot interact. Alright, well, let's go back to the bar and, I guess, talk to the ferryman. I did not mean to press the spacebar. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute. I had a new option. Search for meat. Did I have that before? You tentatively investigate the unsavory scene, but are unwilling to delve too deeply into the waste. You do notice a slippery haunch of cooked meat submerged in a pile of potato peelings, which you reluctantly take. Interesting. I'm glad I accidentally clicked on that. Do I give this to the ferryman? I wonder if the meat is for. I have a feeling I know where this is going. What was the name of the dog that guarded Hades? Cerberus. Right? The three-headed dog that guarded Hades near the ferryman. Maybe I used the meat to distract him. I could be totally going in the wrong direction. Ask about the ferryman. You see the strings of some nefarious plan ripple across this scraggly face, and he turns to you. Am I the ferryman, you ask? Well, let us suppose I might be. Let us suppose I'm willing to share all sorts of information as to whether I am or am not the ferryman. If you were to fetch me a bottle of good whiskey from that lollygag and lazybone. I can do that. How about you? Ferryman. Roomy eyes point vaguely in your direction. Look, maybe I'll talk if you bring me something to lift my spirits. Maybe a nice glimmerwort flower? You toddle yourself down to the river and see if you can find any still in bloom. And don't go getting yourself wrong down there. All manner of mischief in the air this evening. Interesting. Alright. Hello, sir. I would like a whiskey. Actually, I'd like to talk about the ferryman first. A slight scoff and the eyes twinkle with secrets. Oh, he's around here somewhere. Don't you worry. Has a habit of turning up when he's needed. Barman winces briefly and glares at the bearded hulk, who suddenly becomes even more concerned with his phone. I suppose he won't give over till he gets a drop. Fine. There's a deep sigh and a sigh of many layers, all intertwined and tangled, a complex symphony of a sigh. He leans over and slides the bolt of the cellar door. Down you go then. Just mind not disturb anything. Ooh, I have to go get it myself. Okay, go down. Is the ferryman down here? Interesting. A crumbling stone wall plays host to a large selection of cobweb-shrouded bottles. Judging by the faded labels and layers of dust, they have not been disturbed for a very long time. Squinting in the dingy light, you scan the legible labels. Old Mucklewold, Witch's Fancy, Darklight Ale, Wormwood, Special Reserve. Finally, you happen upon a bottle with the faded word whiskey on a weathered label. And you carefully slide it from the shelf. Is that it? Is that literally all I can do down here? Okay. I wonder why this exists, right? Why have this instead of the bartender handing me the bottle? There's got to be some purpose, right? If there is, I don't know what it is. Hello, Mr. Oblong person. I've got some whiskey. A hairy grin greets you and the bottle is greedily snatched. There is a long and noisy gluggling followed by a dissonant belch. He turns back to his phone for a few minutes before noticing you are still there. With a sheepish grin, he explains that he is in fact not the ferryman, that he finds boats and other water-bound vessels very unpleasant, and that he must now attend to other important matters. You prick. Although, I'm sure, you know, we saw that coming. So, flower time then. I gotta go get a flower. So, I don't particularly like this part of the game. It's going to send me all the way back down to the bottom. And then I have to come all the way back up. And considering that there's no running in the game, it feels like a way to prolong the game, right? At least it does to me. Although I didn't see a flower before, so I don't know. I guess enter cave. Let's see if there's anything different down here. There you go. So it was talking about these all along. You root around among damp whistle stems, but find nothing worth taking. Oh. Can you do something about this, sir? Offer meat. Lovely. You place the meat at the water's edge, feeling compelled to curtsy slightly as you do so. The lank fiddler's eyes light up when it sees your offering. There is the smallest nod of acknowledgement, and the sound of his violin blossoms and flourishes in gratitude. A patch of delicate wildflowers sways gently along the water's edge, their translucent, luminous petals and whimsical scent bringing you a small sense of comfort in this otherwise gloomy hollow. Carefully select a particularly bright bloom and gently pluck it from the dank soil. Alright, let's get the hell out of here, guy. Now we gotta go all the way back up. See, like, I don't know. What was the point of putting this area in between here? I know it gives a little bit of a sense of elevation, but I don't know. It feels like a way to prolong a short game. To me. Alright, let's get in there. Alright, sir, I've got your flower. Although, I'd like to point out that it looks like you only got one hand. As you approach his perch, the old man looks up and sniffs. You hand over the flower and his face softens into a bittersweet smile. He inhales a deep, fragrant draught of glimmerwort scent, his eyes turning momentarily bright and clear. Then he turns to you and speaks in a frail, faraway voice. Glimmerwort always reminds me of the old times, tending crops and laboring in the marshes, stoking the mulch, harvesting lugworms, tending the wards. His words trail off, his eyes mist over, and he returns to his drink, making no mention of the ferryman, who suddenly appears. And now I am literally standing at him. A figure you are certain was not here a moment ago sits in long waterproof coat and hat, nursing a glass of black wine. He gives a curt nod and, through a series of gestures and shrugs, conveys that he will meet you at the ferry in a few moments. Awesome. So the meat was not for Cerberus. But I still believe that that's probably Karen. And that is the river Styx. And I am about to head to Hades. I think. Or I get reincarnated, one of the two. The ferryman gives you a look, suggesting it is time to depart. Climb aboard. Alright, I think that's the end of the chapter. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye.